Well, hey everybody, Brad Stevens here, founder and CEO of Outsource Access, and we are a virtual staffing firm that provides fantastically vetted and talented Filipinos, primarily in the southern Philippines here for business owners all over the world, in all kinds of different industries, supporting them in business, operations, HR, personal tasks, bookkeeping, based on my own experience with my first VA in the Philippines who helped me with all those things underneath the roof in my business, and we're offering that same to our clients. And so we've grown to 480 plus employees in 3.5 years, and by providing that same kind of level of talent and service. And Julie is a great example of that, which we'll be talking to here, and her client, Delano, in the marketing space, unpacking a little bit of that experience. So created this series called OA Staff, Insights, to kind of take you behind the scenes and learn more about the individuals behind OA, and just to share the amazing talent and personalities and spirit of the Filipino teams here. So we're going to jump in with Miss Julie and learn a little bit more about her. We're in Cagayan de Oro, CDO, which is where our office is based here, you're seeing around me. And we allow people to kind of work from home, but also we have co-working opportunities in our office space. Been touring around to the different cities and doing these sessions, which has been a lot of fun. So we're looking to double in size next year because of the talent like Miss Julie, which we'll be discussing here. So thank you so much for joining me.
No, thank you, Brad, for having me.
Absolutely. We're gonna have a little fun here. I actually know her client that she's kind of working with came on, and we were talking about him earlier. He's a great guy, and some cool things that you're helping and supporting him. He's got a lot going on. So we're in CDO. So is this where you're from originally?
Yeah, I am. I'm originally raised and born in CDO. So I've never been to any other cities or country.
Well, Delano will probably change that before it's over with.
Hopefully.
So brothers and sisters growing up?
Yeah, I'm the youngest. We're 3 in the family. I'm the only girl, so I have 2 big brothers, which actually my client met. And they really talk a lot because he also loves fishing, which Delano really loves it. So yeah.
I always catch more fish than him, but he won't admit it. No, it's actually the other way around, but we joke around with it. Okay. But yeah, so he actually met your brothers?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, that's awesome. And that's a cool thing. I mean, I love what we do at OA is it's not just a third-party vendor, that we actually get to know, you get to know your clients and build the relationships. And the stories I've heard is you build a connection, you get to know one another. We want to know their mission, their core values, and their families. And just like he took an interest in you and wanted to know about you and your family. So you got a chance, on one of the calls to kind of meet your brothers?
Yeah, my brothers, my father, even my father's brother.
Ouch.
I also meet...
Delano does not know a stranger. Before the room is done, he will know everybody's name here. So it sounds like whether it's on Zoom on the other side of the world or in a room, he's going to do the same thing.
Correct. You're right. Even my partner, he met my partner.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because he's really interested about everyone that I'm with every day. But he also allowed me to meet his wife, his kids, and then even his older daughter, I believe. His eldest, right, is a daughter. He even allowed me to, this is my eldest daughter. This is the one that I'm building home with. It's like, oh, okay. He always shares her personal stuff. Even ask me, like, I believe some other VAs, they only do admin tasks or whatever. But Delano would always ask my permission, like, can you help me find a best gift or Christmas gift or Mother's Day gift for his wife?
Yeah.
Which is awesome because I know not all VAs can do that. I know all of his children's birthday because I always remind him that, you have something for this, and then this is your son's birthday, and it's like, oh, you're the best. Okay, thanks for reminding me. I have to adjust my flight for that. So that's one thing that
He needs
really
a chaperone at all times to kind of keep. He's got a million things going on and tons of projects and businesses. I mean, he's a phenomenal human being, and it's been great getting to know him as an individual and as a friend. But that's fantastic. So he's taking interest in you and get to know one another, and doing personal tasks, but then also, knee deep in doing a bunch of business things for him as well. And we'll come back to that in a second. But I want to finish kind of chatting about you real quick. So 2 brothers, and so grew up. So where you go to college here in CDO?
Yeah. I graduated in Xavier University with Development Communication course.
Okay.
Yeah, and then after that one, I did work with a government which actually Delano was interested with me because I have an experience with government. And then 6 months of government employee, I changed my mind that no, this is not what I want. So I took up agriculture, major in um, what do you call this one? Dairy farming,
Oh,
which is a very big
departure.
shift, yeah,
Right.
from communications to.
So how did you check the dairy farming box? Did you grow up in agriculture or was it?
No. When I was in college, I'm under in the Department of Agriculture. Like development communication is not under with arts; it's under
Gotcha.
agriculture. And then we have this rodeo thing in agriculture here. So I tried when I was fourth year college. I was like, no, I need to try this because I love adventure.
Yeah.
So I tried, and then I loved it. I really loved it. I was hooked with it, playing rodeo, riding the horse, being in the farm. But I didn't grow up in any of the farms. Like both
Wow.
my parents grew up in the city.
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody from the family knows about farming and everything else, but I loved it.
Wow.
Yeah, but since I graduated communications, I have to work in where my course was aligned. But then after 6 months, like, no, I can't. I want to be in New Zealand and work for this farm. So, okay, I have to study again. And then I graduated dairy farming. And then there's the scam happened, so they don't allow Filipinos to be in New Zealand. That's why. So I was like, okay, fine, it's not for me, whatever. So I wrote back to being a communication student. So that's why I went to construction firm,
Okay.
which is tied up with government again. And then pandemic happened, so I didn't have a job. Eliza here is a friend of mine. And then I asked her, hey, what's this job that you have? And then she's like, oh, you can submit here if you're interested. It's about virtual assistant. I didn't know anything about virtual assistant. I really
Bam
don't.
strikes again. Her
Yeah.
nickname's Bam, Eliza. Everybody in the Philippines has
Bam.
nicknames.
Eliza, yeah, Bam. I really didn't know anything, and then I asked Bam, like, I didn't have experience about this, and then she's like, oh, it's okay. You could just submit, try it. And then I was like, okay, I'll try. And then I have other friends, and they're like, oh, we heard about Outsource Access. Now, it takes time to get a client, but, it's great working there. And I was like, okay, let me try, because it's pandemic, There's
Sure.
nothing that we could do. And I was like, okay, let me just try. So I submitted, and then after a week, I got a call. And then after that interview call, oh, you will be interviewed by one of the client, Delano. It was Delano.
Yeah.
So he was my very first client. And then I was like, okay. And then when they briefed us, because before the process is that they would give you his profile, right? Their
Right.
bio. And I was like, ooh, the CEO and the founder of his own company is like,
Yeah.
I'm really nervous during the interview, and I was the last person he interviewed. And then his first sentence, I can't forget. He's like, oh, this is the third batch or second batch that I interviewed VAs. What makes you special from them? So
Oh.
I was like,
That sounds like Delano.
yeah. So it's like, It's like, well, I've read your bio. You're into government contracting. I think what makes me special is that I did work with the government itself. I know the process is not that same,
Yeah.
but I have the background from the government itself. And it's like, oh, I like you then. Yeah. So,
Great answer. So, I mean, and that's, again, I love hearing, that's why I love doing this series, is just hearing your journey and path and kind of where that took you and lefts and rights and from dairy farming to Delano.
Yeah.
And, your willingness to adjust and modify and be agile and, continue to see that, the grit and resilience to kind of navigate the path you need to navigate, and ultimately brought us, together at Outsource
Yeah.
Access and with Delano. And I know he has just raved, and he's actually added 3 other staff with us, I think, since
Yeah.
then, based on the experience he's had, with you and OA. So jumping back into some of the things that you're doing for him. So we talked about some of the personal things as well,
Yep.
but I know you've been very significant in helping with his businesses and things that he's involved with. So let me unpack a few more things that you're doing. I know there's a long list. He's a busy man. We could spend all day talking about all the things you're doing for him, but top of mind in terms of his business support, what are some of the key things you're doing?
Okay, so the key things that I really work for him, it's really like being his personal assistant. Delano is the kind of a person that doesn't limit you with your skills. He's more into like, can you try this out? Because he wants you to learn. He wants you to grow with him as he grows his business. He wants you to also grow with him. So this is the best thing I really love about Delano. Whenever I say, I can't do it, Delano, or I don't have any background about this, he's not disappointed about it. What he would do is that in a snap, he would just say, of course you can. You just didn't have the urge to try. You should try. I'll give you
He's
the
always
chance.
selling something.
Yeah,
It's
I
selling
know.
you on what you can do, right?
Yeah, but you know what? It's really best. There's this thing that I would really say that I didn't know I can do this if not for Delano. Like, I'm not an accountant person, but he asked me to do cost proposals, and then he's like, "Can you do this?" And I was like, I know, Delano, if I say no, you would say, just try. So yes, let me go ahead and try doing that. And then from there, I'm the one who's training our finance. Yeah. And
Wow.
yeah, seriously, like up until now, every time we have proposals, can you draft this before you gave it to our finance officer? Sure, let me go ahead and do that. And then
That's awesome.
Yeah. That's really awesome. And I'm really not an accountant, but Delano has really a trust. When he sees something from you, he really sees something from you. He would really push you to, no, you can do this.
No, that's very much his spirit. Joking aside, Delano's just he's a great inspirer of individuals kind of around him, and that's why he has such a great following of friends and relationships, because he has that kind of spirit with yourself and everybody that's around him. And he has an incredible, massive marketing agency, Jacob's Eye, that does one of the largest marketing agencies in the country, particularly in the government sector. And he's got a whole other division he's doing in prosthetics. And then he and I are part of EO Entrepreneurs Organization together. And he and I find ourselves volunteering for way too much in that organization that requires a bunch of additional support. And in my VA, Cass helps me with a lot of that, just like you help him with a lot of things in EO as well. So pretty dynamic individual, and so it's awesome to hear your journey's kind of brought you together, and you've learned a lot and grown, and I know he's learned a lot about working with you in the process. So, well, thank you so much. And let me ask one quick question. So outside of Outsource Access and then all the Delano stuff you're kind of navigating, any other personal passions or things that you enjoy doing?
Yeah. I'm being nail technician, so.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Delano was kind of.
Well, let's see him. Nice.
No, but he's like, seriously? But he really supports it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's one thing that's great about Delano.
Well, he'll be checking up on you and probably helping you start a nail business before it's over with. So it's a great encourager. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with me here.
Thanks,
Ran a little bit
Brad.
longer here, but this was a great story, kind of unpacking the cool journey. It's the essence of what OA is about on bringing two people together. So, well, thank you so much for participating.
Thanks, Brad.
This closes out this latest episode of OA staff profiles, interest stories, the people behind our organization and their journey that brought us together. So if you want to learn about Outsource Access, and if we can provide a fantastic virtual staff for you and your business, go to outsourceaccess.com. You can see some videos about our process and protocol, and even book a call, free complimentary call, one of our team members, and share about your business, see if we could be a fit. So we'd love to work with you as well. So thanks again, Julie, for being with me, and that closes us out. Until next time, take care.
Thanks, Brad.